Alrighty, welcome in everybody. We have a great game today. We have Echoes versus Loyalty. We have the Nurse on Badham Preschool, 4th version to be specific here. I'm here with my casters, Sick Blaze and Sick Dragon. Blazing, we're gonna have you started off. How are we doing? And what's your predictions with this set here? And how do you feel about Nurse being played on this map?
Nurse, honestly, in my opinion, can be, it depends on who's playing the Nurse on Badham. There's a lot of LOS blockers on this map, but it's just all about Nurse's prediction. She does secure a very early hit on Yuichi here. Dragon, what are you feeling about this? What are your predictions?
Well, I gotta tell you, I love Nurse, and I love Nurse sets, so I'm very excited for this one. We do see spies from the shadows from our killer give us some information on where the survivors are, which I love to see in tournaments, especially a map this big. That is a very, very early down though in chat, and we get a tag on Azuzu as well. This is a good start for our Nurse.
Yeah, it does look like the Nurse is trying to secure some early hits here, and it looks like she is going back. Oh, she gets the pick, and a basement hook this early could be what makes or breaks this match, honestly. If the survivors don't play this well, we can only assume that they are going to, they're going to not risk going down in the basement because Nurse is trying to secure a kill as fast as possible.
Spectator bug.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting the spectator bug where it looks like the killer is face camping, but the killer's not actually face camping our survivor like that. But yeah, it's a basement hook with Nurse, especially this early on, is going to be very, very painful for our survivors. We did see our Deliverance player healing up, so they may go in at some point for a last-second trade. Or they might... Oh, there we go, there we go. There's our Deliverance player sneaking in. Shaq... Maybe we can find out where Nurse actually is now. Not directly in front of Yoichi's face on the hook.
Oh.
Nurse is right on her gal.
Oh yeah, it looks like we're gonna see a very early trade here. The Nurse looks like, yep, they're going straight for Yuichi, trying to get him to the second stage. Bolt back into Shaq. That's a very bad place to be if you're Yuichi, because he doesn't have much else to run to.
Ooh. And she misses that hit. I wonder if our Nurse here was trying to deny Deliverance there by going immediately after the Yoichi. Obviously, she wants to tunnel out, but she also knows that Deliverance is in play on this set. But she does not quite get the Yoichi in time, and he gets away. She goes back for the Claudette.
Ooh, but it looks like they did manage to pick Claudette up, but Claudette goes down. Okay. We might see another basement hook just because that would be hard for Deliverance. Oh no, our killer's hooking over here in the corner.
It looks like we're going for a pain res instead, and Claudette used Unbreakable, so nobody had to come off of generators in order to get her off of the ground. Their Deli player also has Unbreakable. We have 50%, and we have 2 gens done already.
Yep, and our clue looks like our Claudette used her Deliverance to get off hook and immediately goes into the mending state.
Our killer knows, since this is our Deliverance player, they probably do not have any anti-tunnel, so this is a good target to go for next to try and get out of the game, force this into a 3v1.
And 3v1, that was a very rough miss for our Nurse.
She gets stuck on the little car.
Oh, she does get that hit though. That is big. That's 2 gens in, and it looks like our Nurse is forcing Claudette immediately to go to second hook stage. But she doesn't have pain res in her, so she might want to go check those gens.
We didn't indeed use her pain res on Claudette already, but unfortunately this, I believe it was Yoichi down there, I believe so. Missed the skill check. No, it wasn't Yoichi. Whoever's down there missed the skill check, so that is a 10% for free. There we go. It's not Quentin. My bad. And it also told the Nurse where to go next, or at least check out and try and get a tag before returning back to hook. Nurse doesn't quite have the mobility on maps that she used to when she had range add-ons and about 4 trillion blinks. This is a very big map, so going this far from the hook is an interesting choice.
Yeah, spies from the shadows is definitely gonna help with keeping track of these survivors on this big of a map. That go ahead.
I would say absolutely, and we've seen it already. How many times Spies from the Shadows has come in and told us where survivors seem to be hiding. I'm guessing our nurse here would like another pain res as we're down to 2 generators, and that's why we are going after. Like we usually see a tunnel out pretty hard in a nurse match. I'm very surprised to have not seen our killer here commit to a tunnel out.
Yeah, nurse is she's probably trying to keep a good balance on the end because Adam also has a pain res deck, so that could be 50% off the highest, and it looks like she does secure that down. So that's going to be really good for her to put pressure back on the survivors.
Absolutely, and that's going to eat away 25% of this generator right here. I figured our nurse had seen the Atom there. He tried to stealth behind the fence to get that unhooked, but he poked out a little bit too early while she was hooking. I believe Yoichi should be our last pain res, because it wasn't used since he was basement hook. Doing a very good job of keeping these last 2 generators. We saw 2 gens pop with like 2 or 3 hooks. And we've kept the last 2 from popping so far.
The best scenario I could see is if the nurse were to find Zuzu and get them on the hook to try to make it a 3v1 as fast as possible. But nurse does interrupt Yuichi on the gen.
Yeah, our nurse.
We could be seeing a potential pain res on that gen if Yuichi does go down.
A pain res would be absolutely great for our nurse right now. Ooh, they have 2 extraordinarily high progress generators. They are going to get that one that Quadrant is working on before we can see another down.
If it's gonna be a race to the finish, the nurse can get this Yuichi. Oh no, that wasn't. Unfortunately, the Yuichi managed to delay it. And then the Yuichi knows that he was able to delay that. Claudette looks to be around for a save.
They're definitely looking to get the pallet safe here if they can. Of course, our nurse is going to know that. Oh, they might actually just get the pickup off of the ground.
We see spies going on.
Ooh, we blinked a little bit too far there, a little bit of an overblink. Nice double back from our Quentin there. We do find our hurt Yoichi. Unfortunately, only had 1 blink, the other one hadn't recharged yet.
We could be seeing a potential down. Yep, right there on Yuichi. And are we going to see... looks like the nurse might be trying to take advantage of some altruistic survivors.
And that's where our killer's hope here. He wants to secure as many stages as possible for Team Echoes here.
Okay, we do see Adam leaving. Yep, they're just gonna take the 3-man, which is the smartest play on their end.
And there we go, very well played by everybody.
Yeah, that was a really good match from everyone.
It was a good fight. This is a very, very big map, and our nurse did a very good job of handling that. That does mean that Echoes is going to have to complete all generators.
Yeah, the score is going to be 18 to 20 here, so the win con for Loyalty is going to have to score more than 18 points here. Guys, we will be back with the next game as soon as we're set up with it. Make sure if you haven't already, !YT and Discord in the chat, and we will be back with the next game.
With our nurse here, when we are seeing spies getting used again, a nurse is able to get a immediate detection of spies.
Yep, we are back in on our next round with Loyalty killing and Echoes surviving on Badham. We do see a very similar build with Spies from the Shadows, which I think is a great choice in this map, but we also see Barbecue and Ruin as well. Barbecue is going to be very helpful on this map. Know exactly where to go next, and we'll see how long Ruin lasts. I wonder where the totem is.
Yeah,
That can be a little bit finicky in finding totem spawns.
Yeah, on this map, the totem spawns can truly be random. But Ruin on Nurse is a interesting choice because you're
You see what they're
looking
doing?
Yes, yeah,
Look.
I'm waiting. I know, I see it. So we have, we have the Deliverance player waiting in the basement to get the unhook, and they had Ricky go down near the basement in hopes that an assumption that the nurse would put them downstairs and they could get Deli super easily without having to sneak into Shack. Unfortunately, for our survivors here, the nurse does not choose a basement hook. But this is spectator bug again, guys. Sorry, nurse is not standing there face camping. But we do get that unhook without getting tagged, relatively free. Very nice for our survivors here.
They are playing it really well. We did see an early pain res, which is why that first gen did get delayed. So that's a very good outlook for our nurse.
Just waiting.
Oh. Yeah, spectator bug. Spectator bug is killer. Well, we know she's not right there because otherwise their survivor would not be doing that generator. The Deliverance is up and now in play. Oh, we did it. Okay, I was going to say, I'm surprised that we are not going after Riggy here for the tunnel out. We do. I believe we missed the dead hard. We missed the dead hard. That's why it has the endurance status effect.
And it looks like we are crawling down into the undercarriage of school to try to buy our team more time to do gens.
Yeah, it's going downstairs. We'll buy the team a decent amount of time, especially with those doors not broken open. It can be a real pain to get to a hook from down there. I know that pain.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. He almost wiggled, but it paid off for the nurse to break that. If he would have crawled a little bit inward, that could have had a completely different result for the match.
A little bit would have made a big difference there. Wiggling free and buying that extra time would have meant a lot, but we see the unhook come in. Ooh, and our survivor unfortunately runs towards the nurse. That is not what you want here, but the nurse does overblink a bit.
Yeah, but it does look like we might see an early out for the game because he does run back in school.
Yeah, that's looking very good for our nurse there. We do not get our dead hard off that time, unfortunately.
And Ruin is still up too. Our survivors have not went for Ruin at all, so Ruin is still in play.
Ruin is still in play. We still have 3 pain res hooks to use. We have Barbecue and Spies to give us information on the survivors. An early death like this is very, very good for our killer. We do have 2 generators down. There we go. There's the Ruin spawn. I'm actually surprised that our survivors have not found that. My guess would be that they're not looking for it, and that they're just trying to power through the generators here, because that is very common. Ooh, nice hit through the pallet there for our killer. There's a very common totem spawn on this map.
That was a very good hit for our nurse, and we do see it down. Are we going for a basement hook? I think a pain res might be, yeah, it looks like the nurse is going for a pain res instead of basement. Both would be very viable, but with the way that the survivors have been powering through the gens, we might just want to see pain res over basement.
And all of our generators are pretty far from the basement, so I think our nurse made a very smart choice here. Find our next person. We're gonna leave that hook and go far. What does your gen spread look like, actually? They look pretty spread out. There's a 2 by the school. Is there a 3rd nearby there?
The other 2 are across the map, so the survivors did a really good job at separating these gens.
Yeah, our nurse does not have a 3 gen there. We do hear the lorry jump down stairs. I wonder if that was balance landing. The nurse trying to prediction blink here. Doesn't quite land.
Very good mind games from the lorry. We do see it here.
That was some hit right there. has a lot of line of sight down here in the school. A lot of line of sight blockers. And this is our deliverance player, actually, that the nurse is hooking. So this will take a lot of pressure off of the survivors. I would guess it would be a pain rest hook if she has one nearby. Let's see.
It is possible. It would be good for our nurse because that would have taken care of those gen that Sable was just on.
But it was not indeed a pain res hook.
That is unfortunate for our nurse, but we could still potentially see Bruin come back in because it will lose 5% of that progress with them letting go of it.
Yes, and that generator that our Lori had been working on right next to that hook has been losing progress this entire time. Ruin doing very, very well for this list. I'm very surprised that these survivors have not looked for it at this point. It is right next to one of the generators that is still up in a very common totem spawn spot on this map. Whoa, our Nancy doing a good job of doubling back there.
Looks like Nancy is trying to build up some distance to... our nurse just... Okay, our nurse switched to Sable. Good choice on our nurse. Switched to an easier target. Does she secure it down here? Ooh,
was that lies that just got used there? It absolutely was. And our Sable make a lot of distance on Nurse. And on Nurse, that is a killer that one thing you definitely want to have is distance.
Yeah, that is your strongest thing to have is distance and line of sight blocking. Makes it just a matter of prediction. Do you see a hit here? We do. It's a very strong hit from our nurse. Ooh.
I believe the Nancy had overcome as well, though, so that will buy her a... Ooh, is that going to be a down? It is. Down comes in, and this is going to be our final... This probably will also be a painter. It's not our final one because it did not get used on the LOA, but let's see. Alright, so we are down to one generator left. We do see the second to last one pop there, and our nurse sees the reset on barbecue. That is insanely important information for our nurse, and let's see if she can interrupt in time or at least get another tag quickly.
Oh, it looks like she does interrupt it, and Lori is interestingly running. Whoa! That was so good. A good play from our nurse. Really good.
Very good hit from our nurse. This puts a lot of pressure on our survivors because our nurse knows as well that the Sable is in this same building and area and has to now make it all the way across the map to get that on hook before the nurse gets there. This is trouble for our survivors. Our nurse has 2 hooks that she can hold blink on.
Looks like Sable went for unhook on the survivor behind 2-story house. Very interesting. Ooh. Oh, we do not see a hit here. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, our nurse can do a hold to charge her second blink and therefore wasn't able to swing. But we do get another fast tag on our Sable, and we get blocked probably by the survivors. Not the blink being eaten. And our Sable lies away.
I think they're just going... The play here might just be to leave Lori on hook to try to power through this gen, it looks like. Ooh, but it does lose 5% now due to Ruin. And Nurse is getting info from spies from the shadow. Does she find the Nancy?
She's going through the doorway intact, so we do indeed find the Nancy, and we get it down. I do not believe they have much progress on any other generators, so this could very well be a 4K1 for our nurse, is what it's looking like, especially with barbecue, although that's... Is that survivor too close for barbecue? I don't believe so. Oh no, not the spectator bug again.
I wonder if our nurse managed to pick her up on barbecue.
Yeah, I really want to know. We don't hear, or at least I don't hear the nurse blinking near the Sable, so she may not have. But hopefully that'll clear up soon so we can see what is going on with our killer. Sable seems to be biding her time back here.
Yeah, Sable might just be looking for a hatch out. Try to secure at least one escape. Yeah,
I don't
go ahead.
I don't want to assume anything, but unfortunately we can't see where the nurse is. But my assumption would be that Sable's teammate is telling him the nurse is still by them. Come on, nice. All right, so our nurse is gonna close the hatch, and Sable's gonna go for the door. Oh.
Yep. We do see a hatch close, and does the nurse blink to the right gate? We will see.
I believe that was the correct gate that she was blinking to. It was indeed.
Did Sable get it? It's gonna be
Sable.
close.
Sable's injured.
Oh, that is so unfortunate, but so well played on both sides.
Extraordinarily well played on both sides. Our nurse secures the 4K there. And that will be the win for the nurse round. Team Loyalty will indeed take the nurse round. Extraordinarily well played on both sides. Very fun match to watch.
Yep, it was 28-12, so yes, Loyalty does take the first set. We will be playing Death Slinger on Suffocation Pit for the second round. Loyalty will be killing again. If you guys haven't already, !YT and Discord in the chat. Welcome back, everybody. We are in the first game of the second set. We have Last for Killing for Loyalty once again. We are at Suffocation Pit with the Death Slinger here. As you can see, the first 4 perks are going to be Barbecue, Chili, Corrupt Intervention, Pop, and Pain Res. And obviously, we see the 2 add-ons here too as well. But I am joined by my co-casters, Sick Dragon and Sick Blazing. Blazing, how are we doing? And what is your predictions for this matchup here?
Well, my prediction, it's going to be a matter of Death Slinger getting his first eye of sight on the survivors, which obviously, he does manage to find the Fang over here in a corner. Does he get the early hit? He does. That is huge for him. Also huge for the survivors, obviously, because they want to get Corrupt gone as fast as possible or outlast it. But my prediction here is it just depends on how fast our Slinger can secure his first down and how much resources he can burn. Ooh. We do see an attempted shot here, but Dragon, what's your prediction? What's your take on it?
The Slinger matches are a lot about making your shots. That can make or break a Slinger shot. He did get a very early hit. Ooh. And this is going to be a down on our Fung. Our Fang, our Fung. I've been told it's pronounced Fung, so I'm so very sorry if I pronounce it wrong either way. But this is our Deliverance player. I was wondering that because we did see one of our other players come into pallet stun the killer after the survivor got hit the first time. So I was wondering if they were trying to help out and save their Deliverance player. They were indeed. So we have denied Deliverance, and this was a pretty good Corrupt. This map tends to have a pretty good at least 3 or 4 gen on both sides of the map. On the Corrupt here was a very, very tight 3 gen where he now has a hook. So this is looking pretty nice for Lasper. We're gonna go for that tunnel out.
And we also did see that Pain Res at the start, so that's going to help keep some control on the gens that were not blocked. We do see a shot here. Does he have a Pain Res hook nearby? That could be game-changing if he does.
That was indeed a very nice shot, and down onto Riggy there. Does not look like that was a Pain Res hook. It was not indeed, but our killer does also have Pop Goes the Weasel, I believe. Both of those 10s should pop before the killer gets there, though. So close.
Yeah.
And there goes our first 2 generators.
Ooh, very good fade. Did not drop the pallet, but did manage not to get hit, but she does get hit there.
We zone our Nancy away from the pallet a little bit, having to dodge to avoid the shot, and therefore getting hit anyway. What a gorgeous shot by our Slinger, and then our Nancy will go down as well.
It looks like our Slinger is checking back on hook, maybe trying to secure second hook stage. Catch someone while they're running up to... Oh, it looks like he does find the glory.
Our killer's holding the choke point on this map. We do, yes, as you said, we do indeed. Interrupt the Lori coming for the unhook. Oh, she manages to sneak up a little bit there, but does get caught out. And that'll be a hit up to our Lori. Our killer knows now. Somebody most likely had to go pick the Nancy up unless that was an unbreakable, and he had sight of the Lori, so there probably isn't anybody who got by him in order to get close to this hook.
And
our survivors are all injured.
Yep, Lori has to mend, and I'm wondering if anyone can get into the save, because it looks like our Slinger's doing the smart thing. And hope he sees scratch marks. Does he secure the down here on Nancy? He does.
It looks like our Slinger decides to take the risk of not completely protecting that hook. We are going back, though, to see if we can interrupt an injured person trying to come in for the last second save. Does he get there? He does indeed get there in time. It looks like this is going to be a very early death at 3 generators. Very nice job by our killer holding the choke point in this map and making sure nobody slips by him, at least without getting an injury on them.
And it
Forcing our
looks like
survivors to not be able to unhook.
It looks like he also does get back to Nancy in time. As you saw, there were scratch marks there, so someone was there to pick up, but unfortunately our Death Slinger was fast. And we do also see a pain res on that gen.
Ooh, we get that pain res at the last second, stopping that generator from popping. Our killer has barbecue as well as Pop Goes the Weasel, so he does know where both survivors are and which generators are being worked on. That generator just got destroyed for 55% of its progress with that last second pain res and Pop Goes the Weasel. Go for the shoot through the window.
Let's not forget that was an extra 10% from the missed skill check.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even catch that.
Yep, we went into basement. Very interesting choice from Frank. Getting into a locker to buy more time for the team. Very interesting.
As our survivor decides to go into the basement and force locker to buy time for reset. Unfortunately, basement against Slinger is can be very, very difficult to rescue, and it looks like both of our survivors are on the other side of the map, and our killer knows where they are. And we see the use of the cigar box add-on here. If anybody who does not know what that add-on does, when the survivors break free from the chain without the Slinger swinging, it is a lesser stun, so he gets to move on faster. And they need to mend.
Our Slinger did miss that first shot. Will he get this one? No, he doesn't, unfortunately.
He's almost hitting these shots, but he does also know, and you see the Lori is right back there. Yeah, because of barbecue, he knew that other survivor was in the back here and still injured.
So we are looking at a second one gone and still 3 gens left. Does our Slinger secure this down? Ooh, I think he does. He does.
Very nice. This is looking like it is going to be a 4K3, which is a steep win con. Lastberg's coming in and hitting these shots, making very, very good calls on stopping the survivors from being able to unhook their teammates in time. Oh, do we sniff out the Nancy? The Nancy is injured, which will make this easier on our killer here.
It looks like Nancy might be trying to reset Lori. She does manage to pick up Lori, but Lori's going down.
The Lori goes right back down again, and our Nancy is pretty much quartered now. What a beautiful shot, and that will indeed secure the 4K3. That is an amazing, amazing showing from Last for our loyalty killer here. That will be a very difficult win condition for Echoes.
You gotta love seeing this level Death Slingers hit like shots around those corners. Those are really beautiful shots to see.
I love Slinger matches. Nurse and Slinger are honestly two of my more favorite sets, so I'm very, very excited to have been able to see these awesome games so far, and excited to see what the next round brings for us.
Alrighty, guys, that will be it for this match. It is going to be a 4K at 3 generators, so the score is going to be 28-6 in Loyalty's favor here. It's, the win con's going to be very steep for Echoes going into this next match. If they do lose this next match, they will be eliminated from the tournament and will be out, and Loyalty will move on to the semifinals of the losers bracket here. Very nice gameplay from last. If y'all haven't already, YT and Discord in the chat, and we will be back with the next game as soon as we are ready. I appreciate everybody that is watching. Everybody, we are in the second game of the second set here. We have Echoes killing against Loyalty survivors here. And we see some interesting perks coming in, but I am joined by our casters, Sick Dragon and Sick Blazing. Blazing, what is your predictions here, knowing that the win con, he has to get a 4K at 4 generators to be able to win? A 4K at 3 is not good enough in this situation here. What is your mindset?
I think my mindset will
Did we just see a totem already?
Oh,
wow.
That was actually the roughest because our killer more than likely was banking on a 4K devour, and that was just broken. So our killer was likely going to try to use devour to get a quick down. It looks like we're gonna see a cigar come into play here, so he barely loses distance.
Oh, that hurts to see for our killer here, Riggy. Oh, that hurts to lose the devour instantly.
Yeah, if it was ruin, it would have been one thing.
Undying, what are you doing? You didn't
Wait
do
a
your
minute.
job there. But yeah, very interesting build by oh my god. Build by our killer there. Unfortunately, it's gotta be heartbreaking losing Devour that early with such a cheap win con. You need deaths. You need kills, you need them fast. We do see our first down onto Lasper here. We do also have Pain Res. Looks like the killer is looking for a Pain Res hook.
Yeah, with
In the
two
back of our map here.
with 2 hexes though, it does mean that our survivors, 2 of them at least, are not on a gem. So there's a possibility our Slinger can turn this around. Oh wait, Devour's still up, guys. Devour's still up. It was
Okay.
Undying.
Honestly, I was
so
very confused, wondering why Devour went before Undying. That makes a lot more sense.
I was like, I thought 2 totems popped at once. I was thinking, but I'm like, okay, so we're good. Our killer still has a possibility to pull off a Devour.
Yeah, I believe
Good
Devour's landing
God.
coming in there. Hit we do indeed. We have our second hook for the tunnel out, and I missed all of the survivors first. Let's see if this is the this is our DS player. It's very good for Loyalty survivors.
We are down to 3 gems now.
We are indeed, which I believe means that Loyalty is going to take this set. They said that a 4K 3 is just not quite good enough.
Not
We have Methodon. Yeah, okay, so that is indeed going to be Loyalty securing the win on the Slinger round as well, meaning that they are going to win both of these sets.
It actually does look like they did take Ruin or Devour Hope this time, so our killer only has Ruin and Pain Res left.
Yeah, but let's see how the rest of this plays out. As always, there's a 3-gen in the back in this area of this map. This map is like famous for its 3 or 4 gens on both sides. It looks like our Slinger is trying to hold this side. The 3 or 4. Can we find anybody?
That is the question we're all wanting the answer to. It might be also smart to get rid of the resources on this side, make them use it, so that way it's more dangerous being over in this area. Oh, we do find an 8.
Yes, absolutely. Our killer heard that generator being worked on, possibly even heard Ace in Pain over there, since he is injured. But does not manage to get a follow-up. We find right here. Well, I think we wanted to use our cigar box add-on there, but it just was not worth the dime.
Our Slinger. It looks like our Slinger is trying to get a shot in on Quint. Very interesting switch up. He does get Quint. That's a good shot. Does Quentin have anything to run to? He does. We pre-drop. That's a very smart move.
We have light coming into play here. And we see our 4th generator pop. We are down to 1 gen remaining with 1 hook on the board.
And it looks like our Quentin is trying to take this chase to Shaq. Slinger is trying to aim, not let it happen. Ooh,
Yeah,
we might see it now.
Yeah, we have a pretty nice filler pod there, but against that Slinger, it's not very safe. So we are going to see a hook on Shoal here. Ooh, but a pain res does not come in time. I mean, this killer had a very, very steep win con. Went for a very interesting and unique build to try and be able to reach that. Did an awesome job. And unfortunately, the generators do indeed get done. He is looking for other people, though. We are not content to camp Shoal out here. We want more. Does not find anybody at that door.
I wonder if our survivors are working on the other door. That would. They do unhook over there. Very interesting.
We get the unhook and he finds the Yoichi over here.
Very
Ooh, we
interesting.
missed that shot.
So he interrupted the Yuichi trying to prep the door.
Is the Yoichi a freshman? Yes, he is. He must be.
Yep.
That 110 speed hurts. That 110 speed hurts in circles like that.
Well,
And we do get the shot off, however, that door is open, and we see people coming in for the body block, and we shoot around it. We do! That was a beautiful shot. Ooh, what? And do not stop this down.
That's
very, very well played by our Slinger there. What an amazing shot.
Ooh. And they did sadly use the firecracker already to try to go for up line, so they don't have that, unfortunately.
This looks like our survivors are going to go for this save and try and get the 4 out.
Oh, we do get a shot.
What a disgustingly beautiful shot that we get off on right there. Enough to save Yoichi.
Good shot. He can hold Yuichi here until the end of bar.
Oh, Lasper manages to take the hit there, though.
Good shot again.
Get the shot off on Yoichi again. What amazing shots from our Slinger here.
Our Slinger does have basement here to work with, too.
He does, which against this killer, especially during endgame, very, very difficult to save. Our Slinger is on point with these shots here.
And it looks like our Slinger is going for the basement hook, so our survivors might just take the 3-man.
We just 4 the people Lasper. I wonder why. Just because, for points, for fun, because Lasper leaves. And they are going to take the 3-man out here.
Yeah, very smart move on our survivors. Just taking the 3-man.
Alrighty, y'all, that does wrap it up for us. Loyalty does win this game. Both sets here, 2-0. They are going to be moving on to the semifinals in the losers bracket here. And unfortunately, Echoes is going to be eliminated. If you guys have made it this far, make sure you hit exclamation point YT and Discord in the chat. And we appreciate everybody and our amazing casters, Sick Dragon and Sick Blaze. And we will see you guys in the next one.